Alrighty, we should be going live here any second, and there we are. I am Micah Imperato. We are at Spare Time Recreation in Whitensville, Massachusetts. On the left, we have Alfred Gagner, and on the right, we have Larry. Oh, I, of course, get them backwards. So let me fix this for them so we can get the right names by the right faces and all that stuff before we get started. Larry Wentworth on the right. Alfred Gagner on the left. You see their records in their stats, 55 and 57 for Alfred Gagner. He is leading his division. Larry at 49 and 77 has a mountain to climb at 32 games behind for his division. But we'll let these two get at it, and hopefully we'll have a good match for you here. So we'll get these off of the screens here. It looks like Larry's going to be going first, and he is going to be bowling on lane 12. Now you'll notice bowlers bowling on lane 9 and lane 10. That is from the King of the Hill tournament going on here at Spare Time. And Larry starts off with a thunderous 7-pin. Obviously not the start that he wants. He's got the jitters, the big stream. It's getting to him already right out of the gates, and that makes me a happy person. Get his stuff out of the way there. Everything's good. Get the replay started. Second ball on it, good. Would be a Starlight 5 if it wasn't his second ball, so I'm sure he's not too thrilled with that, but hey, you got to start somewhere. And he cleans it up well. Getting 3 out of the 5 for an 8 box. So during the match, you'll see the scores on the side. You'll see the little magic box in the middle letting you know who's leading at this point in time. Larry is the red bowler, Alfred is the blue bowler. So the points will stay. You get 2 points for winning a string. You get 4 points for winning total pinfall if you tie a string to a single point. And he's going to get the lemon drop, punching out the 6-pin only. So a couple of rough first balls for Larry as he's getting used to the lanes here. Let me just do this real quick. All right, firing away with his second ball, looking to get at the heart. And he's going to come across and shoot out just the 4 and the 7. So he's got the meat in the middle and the post on the right. Place is hopping and bopping this morning. So Larry fires away here, looking to clean this up. A little short, he's going to settle for 6, so just 14 through 2 as he struggles to get himself going. Spare Time is my home house in the ACST. I am a huge fan of it. But then again, I'm also apparently very self-hating. Bring up Larry's stuff again on the left. So, as you can see, he's bowled 45 strings, which is 9 matches as he punches out the half Worcester on the right-hand side. And through those 45 strings, he's had 21 strikes, 82 spares, 94 10 boxes. He's had a high single of 148, a high series of 561, and he's averaging 101.5 and finds the bunny hole. All of those stats are under pressure here early on in Whitensville. Looks like the bowlers are going to start on lane 12, finish on lane 11. Does he triple it? Oh, no!
Go for it.
Larry must be a hunter the way that he's shooting bunnies here. It's a fun place. I absolutely love bowling here at Spare Time. I threw in the King of the Hill and did poorly this morning, but part of that was because I also knew I didn't want to be bowling at the same point in time I'm trying to run the stream. So here we go, and now he's on it. Gets the head pin for the first time in his match. It's a little light, and he's going to leave the Starlight 5 on the left-hand side as Mr. Carden decides he can take advantage of lane 11 not having anybody on it. Little dramatic flair from another ACST bowler there. Larry going at it. Pops the diamond, but can't get the corner. Spare Time is a tricky house. It can play very friendly, and it can play extremely tight, so I'm not too surprised that it didn't run down for him. Carden picks up his 10, not that it matters. All right, Larry's shooting at the 7-pin. He's watching that wood. I think he's afraid of a deflection. And he's going to sneak by it for 9. So just 25 in his first 4 here, looking to sit on the mark at least to get himself on the right track. It's kind of the way that I feel when I bowl in any one of my matches. You're looking for that first spare, really, not even a strike. You really want that first spare to kind of, make you feel like you're engaged and you're in the match and things are ready to go. And Larry's going to be outside to the right, but not a bad result as he hits the 3-6 pocket, leaves himself the 1, 2, 4, and the 8. No wood to help him, but a lot of people call this the lambda, I think if you look at it from above. And he's going to be just to the right of it, so he's going to have a rough opening half here, looking at just 30 plus a couple of pins. And he's going to stay out there again. So So it'll be a 6 box, not the kind of half that he wants, but it's the kind of half that he's going to have to deal with here. So Larry will sit down with just 1 out of 5 on the head pin. Good news is for him, since he didn't have too many head pin hits, he didn't have to worry about too many splits. And we'll get this out of the way here as AJ gets up for his first one. Now AJ does bowl out of spare time, and we'll talk about his stats as he gets started here. 55 and 57. He's in a tough division where nobody's over 500, but he is in first place through 8 of his 18 matches. He's had 14 strikes, 65 spares, 91 tens, 340 strings. And he starts out about as good as you can. He rocks the 4-pin, and it won't go. I was getting my scores out of the way there because thought we might have the first mark. Getting ready to do my instant replay clips, and we'll get those rolling, hopefully cleanly, once he picks this guy up. And that's the way to do it. So AJ starting out the match completely opposite of Larry. Make sure that this replay speed is at the right value. Looks like it's at 100%. I'll get this out of the way because it's all good. So right out of the gates, AJ with a huge start, and this one is going to stay out a little to the right. He's going to punch through the half Worcester on the right, but carry the corner, so it's a 4 fill on the spare. And you'll see he needs 17 pins to catch Larry at the half, which he's 31. And through completed boxes, he has a 6-pin lead. He's also going to stay out to the right here, so still has the 1-5 and everything to the left of it to shoot down. We'll see how this goes. There are 4 ACSD bowlers there bowling on lane 9 and 10. John Ahern, Dave Peterson. And AJ's going to pick up 3 of them for a 7 box. So 21 through 2, which he's probably frustrated after opening up with a spare. But he has a 7-pin lead over Larry through completed boxes. And that's why the complete, C-O-M-P, is highlighted in blue. But to tie the match, and to match Larry's half, he needs 10 pins. And come forward. Wow, that's the threshold. Good head pin hit, a little thin, which is tough at spare time. And he was able to get the 4 to fall, but the 2 just wiggles and wobbles and refuses to go down. So he's got a good deflection here with the wood, looking to clean up the 2-10 split. And it's one of those that you got to kind of leave up to the candlepin gods. I think he put it right where he wanted to, and it just didn't deflect the way that he was hoping. So shooting the 10-pin for a 10 box. Oh, it's going to get by for a 9. So 30 through 3, up 14. He needs 1 pin to take the match. Well, take the match and the half lead. It's going to be on the head pin thin again. Is he going to get the post to go? No. So a good old fashioned 7-10 split. He's got a lumberyard in front sitting there in the middle. That front looks like it'll deflect nice over towards the 10, but I don't think it's going to have enough energy to carry those back too. So I would say aim high on that wood. Yeah, he caught it right on the line. Didn't have quite the drive they would need to get there. Got pushed away from him. So now just the 10-pin hiding behind a high stick. And that one's going to catch that pin in the gutter, which unfortunately in candlepin does not count. For those of you not familiar with candlepin, unlike 10-pin, you throw 3 balls in a box, not just 2, or frame as people like to call it, 10-pin. The third ball, if you get them all down on 3 balls, it's a 10 box, counts as 10 points, but you don't get any bonus points for the next ball that you throw. AJ, 3 in a row on the head pin, 3 splits. This one kind of, I think, is the ugliest of the bunch here, but it's got a good setup behind it here. He's got the 2 and the 5 and then the 10 all the way over to the right. So I like the wood behind it. It makes it feel like if you hit the 2 solid, this will carry. Oh, wow. And that wood just, I mean, that's spare time for you. The wood here just feels heavy. You can see that he hit the wood just the way that he wanted, hit the pin that it wanted, the way that he wanted, but it just didn't have the drive to push through it to kind of get it on line. And unfortunately, he's going to continue to be buggered by the 10-pin there. It'll be a 48.5, but that's a 17-pin lead in the early goings here for Alfred. He had the 1 spare, 4 out of 5 on the head pin, 3 of them were splits. Unfortunately, no 10, so his perfect box percentage will go down. I'll move the scoreboard here over to the right side. As Larry Wentworth gets up to fire away here, 6th. He finds the head pin. He gets him rocking, and unfortunately, he gets the good old-fashioned spare time recreation welcome. It's a split. He's got the 2 and the 6, but that is a gorgeous piece of wood right there. So you want to hit the 2 pin. You don't want to really try to ride the wood in. And wow. Yep. Looks like he got outside the 2 pin, and it just didn't. Again, the wood here it plays really, really, really heavy. And he'll settle for a 9 box. The good news is that ties for his best box of the string. The bad news is he finds himself 20 pins behind par. That one's going to come to the left of the head pin and hit Drew Steele's chop zone, punching out the 2, the 5, and the 8. So quite a lot of meat to work with here, and this is a tough house to get away with this one. So he needs a high and heavy ball. And he does the right idea. He just misses the pocket by a little, punches through. So he's got the right hand wing, the 3, 6, 10, and then a 7 all the way over to the left. So, you know, shoot for 3 here. Get the pins. He managed to pluck out 2 of the 3, so 48 through 7. 3 to go, and Larry really hoping to bail himself out here. The ACST is, I think, about 40% done on the season as Larry comes over to the right and cleans out everything except for the 4 horse down the right-hand side. He's got a good piece of wood there behind the 3 pin, but again, at spare time, that strikes as something that's just gonna leave him wanting. Unfortunately, hits the head pin nice and solid, and unfortunately is not able to carry the 10. Shooting the single, and that one's gonna find the channel. So it's a 9 box. A better half for Larry, but certainly in need of a mark. Pressure of the bright lights and the cameras on him, I'm sure. All right, Larry firing away here in box. Oh!
Nice block.
Good control, good control. He's able to stop himself. One of the pins fell down on the rack, so the 10 pin just kind of wobbled in. So we'll wait for a bit on the reset. Obviously, these older machines, they take a while to load up a rack. Here comes the sweep. I normally like to be on, you know, like 10 and 11 or 8 and 9 in this place because they have these great benches behind that I can set up on. Right now, I'm just lucky that I'm down at the end of the house and can run some strings and not being anybody's way. Larry, once again, is off the head pin, but gets himself a Millis 8 here. He's got nothing but the 1 and the 2 to shoot at, so really no excuses if he can hit this one right in the pocket. Oh no, that one stays out to the right, so he's going to continue to make it hard on himself here. Still looking to pick up the 1 and the 2 for a 10 bucks. That one's also going to stay out there. So in the early goings, little aiming problem for Larry. I'm sure he'll figure it out as we go. Just a 65 with a box to go. We can get the score confirmation from AJ down there as he's tracking the score. Larry shooting here, and that one's going to just sail out to the right. Take out the triangle 6, so quite a lot of meat to shoot at here. 4-step approach. This one seems to come on the other side and takes out the triangle 4. So now he just needs to take out the diamond right up the center and take it all down. One good ball at the meat. And welcome to Spare Time, where the pins are heavier than you want to imagine. It'll be an 8 box, just a 73 opening string for Wentworth. That one probably find some rent in his head. Hopefully he can shake that one off and get right back at it. He had 2 head pins. One of them was a split. No 10s, no marks. Just a tough string of opens on him. So we'll get that out of the way as AJ comes up here. AJ will need 26 in 5 boxes to take the first 2 points. But obviously total pinfall matters, so you just want to continue to throw as many pins as you can here. And he'll be off the head pin on the left-hand side, leaving the 4-horse down the right. Again, another piece of wood sticking around in between the 3 and the 6 there, though I do like this one better because if you hit this high and the 3 can go back and kind of push that, it becomes a sweep into the 6 and 10. So looking for that head pin. Well, unfortunately missing the head pin, catching the 3, and the wood did exactly as expected, so now just the lonely head pin giving him the middle finger. And right on it for a 10 box. So for his first 10 of the match, 58, and now only needs 16 pins to take the string. Do you want to hop on the headsets? Hey, it's all part of fun, just hanging out and talking trash. All right, AJ firing away here in box 7. That's Madison Lorien hanging out here. And AJ's going to come over to the left-hand side, punch through the 2-4. Once again, he's got the 4-horse down the right-hand side. He's got the 7 post over to the left. So with that wood here, again, that wood tends to deflect. We'll see what happens. Oh, no, he absolutely obliterates the head pin, drives it straight back. He's got a split, but after the second ball, we don't mark that, Nick. Oh, he blows him up. He blows up 3. That is a solid out there. A 9 box gives him 67 with 3 to go. I wonder if I can configure this to let me use YouTube. But I don't want to try to mess with that in the middle of everything going. Look at that nice bright orange pin sitting right front and center. Look at that nice, bright orange pin there, sitting pretty front and center. AJ just off the head pin, and now it's the only pin left standing. He's got a brace against it to help him. Really tough not to convert this one. And there it is. He sends that thing into orbit. So we'll clip and replay that shot as he gets his second spare of the string. 77 plus a ball through 8. Ready to get himself on the right side of 100. And you see there as that orange pin came off the wall and it rolls forward, it kind of gets caught on the lip. There is just a little bit of a ledge when you go from the lane onto the plate underneath it. And that can really play a significant role in just how shots play and carry as the ball comes in from a height into the pins. He's off the head pin again, gets left with a 1, 4, 7, 8. He's got a nice stick between if he can hit the head pin heavy. Oh, and he does. But unfortunately just drives straight back into the 8. Didn't have any love to get over to the 4 and the 7. So just looking to clean these 2 up. And he's going to stay just shy of it to the right. It'll be an 8 box, 91. So obviously the string long decided, but now he's just building up a lead. Currently sitting at 18 in the match. So an extra box to add to it. I think the next step of the ladder match is being determined there. AJ still not finding the head pin, but not necessarily. Oh, look at this setting up right front turn. All right, you're going to have to hit this high. So that is not a head pin hit, so I won't give it the yellow box like I do when someone hits the head pin with the first ball. All he's got is the 3 and the 6. I would hit that wood high. I wouldn't give it a chance. And absolutely hits it just where you want to. High on that wood, you'll see it drive and spin right into those 2 as opposed to deflecting away. 101 with 1 ball to add on to the total, so a good chance to have a 30-plus pin lead going into string 2. And will leave himself a shot at the high-low. Is that going to carry the 10? No. So it'll be a 7. That'll be a 108 opening string. A huge advantage for AJ early goings here. As they get ready for string 2. And we'll move the scoreboard over to the other side as Larry gets ready to step up on lane 12. AJ finishes that string with 4 head pins. 3 of them were splits. I don't think he hit the head pin once in that whole second half. But he ends up with 3 spares, a 10, and a 108 string. Looks like Larry's ready to fire away, so I'll get my stuff out of the way. See what happens. This one's going to come across and chop through the 2-hole, take out the 258, and he does manage to get the colored pin to come down. I usually call them candy canes. I'm used to seeing them with 3 red stripes, but obviously they're orange pins here. And hits it a little thin and actually gets a much better mix out of here than I would have expected for that. Just the 6 and the 7 to clean up. He has a great piece of wood next to the 6, but I really don't like the 1 rolling behind. Hopefully it can fall off the plate. Nope, it's just going to stay there and potentially just ruin his fun. Oh, he went to the other side anyways, so that will be a 9 box. Larry already 1 pin ahead of his last string. And has cut the lead down to 26. So as you see, the match score in the middle represents the difference in the total pinfall of the match. Completed boxes will stay at 0 until AJ throws and catches up on pace. This is Larry building on the half, and he is on the head pin. Leaves the diamond 3. Thank you, Greg Gouillard, for that call. I do like that nomenclature. So he's got the 3, the 5, the 6, and the 9. And unfortunately, he's going to come a little wide of the 3. Takes out the 5 and the 9, just the 3 and the 6 to clean up here. Larry's still looking for his first mark. Actually, looking for his first 10 box. So. These lanes can be mean. They can really be cruel. You can see how sometimes you've got to really fight for some pins that you'd think would be easy. And that'll stay out to the side. It'll be another 9 box, so 9, 9, 18 through 2. We'll see how Larry fires away here. Box 3. No, that one's going to stay out there. It's going to trip the corner, so he does remove the triangle 6. So, again, still struggling to kind of find his line here, looking for that head pin. And this one will come over to the other side. So the elusive head pin now is reduced down to just the 1, the 3, and the 5 behind it. And it'll be a 7 as that ball is just not playing nice for him. Larry having some trouble getting his aim on. Still looking for his first 10 or better, which we use to track what it's called perfect boxes. We actually score a percentage of players' perfect boxes through the entire season. Larry misses out there to the right, leaving the 1, 2, 4, and 8. The 10-pin post out to the right. See if that wood will help carry for him. That one's going to come across and just peel off the 2 and the 4. So hit the head pin with everything you got here and see what happens. Maybe tickle that wood to get things flying around. You want the other headset? Duncan McDougal hanging out in the house as Larry picks up an 8. I'm going to pull the phone volume down just a bit. What's going on, buddy?
How we doing?
Well, Larry's struggling. He's yet to have a 10 or better box.
Oh, that's a tough first game. I'm looking at the scorecard right now.
Yeah.
Seen better days. This place is, it'll get you sometimes.
Yeah, he's just not had really crisp aim, and I think it's played into his head a bit as this year's going on.
Yeah, that's especially in ACST with his one-on-one, it's very lonely up there sometimes.
Yep.
And I'm sure Larry's feeling all of that right now.
Yeah, and then you see the kind of pops that he does. He hits the head pin nice and good, and in a lot of houses that's going to take more than just the front 2 pins. But
that's my kind of head pin at this house too. I feel him on that.
Absolutely.
This house is chaotic and it's fair. I see a lot of people get breaks here.
Oh yeah.
Now and then. I've yet to see a few, but that's me.
Well, I mean, I certainly wasn't throwing well today, but I was more focused on being able to cover the match with these guys than still being bowling at this time.
Absolutely. 39.5 for Larry. Did improve on his both of his halves so far, actually. But I'm sure he's still looking for more.
AJ stepping up, needing 39, obviously, to tie the first half. And basically, after 5 pins, will have retaken his match lead in pinfall.
And there it is.
Back on top. I think this is twice I've seen him leave the Starlight 5. Oh, no, that was Larry that did it on his 4th box in the first string.
Yeah. First head pin in a couple of boxes, it looks like, too.
Yeah, he was clean the second half.
He railed off 3 straight splits and got scared, it looks like.
Hey, look, I
feel you. I get
that's
it.
the way to go.
Yep, every now and then, if you start splitting, every now and then you're like, maybe the 2-4 pocket.
Yep. I mean, splits happen, right?
That's the way, man.
AJ will find a way out of that with a 9 after just catching the 5 pin and then taking up a triangle 6.
You get one object and you get a 9 box. You're happy every time.
No.
You say you say thank you for
I know.
sucking and still getting 9 out of it. Let's say.
Yeah, it's tough. It's you got to shake off that first ball as he punches through the 3-hole.
Chop zone.
The 3-5-9. So he's got quite the mess to deal with here. He's got the cluster bunch, the 4-horse down the left-hand side, the 8 sleeping behind it, the 6 and 10 over at the right.
Such a hard shot to get everything to go.
Especially here. Like, you really have to nail this.
Yeah, he's probably thinking about that orange pin right now and just try and clean up and not go through the hole again.
Yeah, at this point in time, but that's so tough here because you just as easily deflect off the 1-2. Yep. Oh, he's bunnying.
Oh, no.
Ugh. That is not the first time nor the worst box of a double bunny.
Nope.
Larry had a 2 there in box 3 in the first. It was a half Worcester
punch.
Yep. So he was hunting rabbits.
All too familiar. I had that in practice where I half Worcester and I went through the bunny hole card and was like, that's hard to do. And I was like, I'll do it again. Punch.
Yep. All right, Larry coming across. I'm sorry, Larry. Alfred coming across.
6-pack.
Yep.
AJ.
No, I don't say that. Check his ID.
I didn't say that part.
1-5 and everything down the right. I love these. I really do.
These are fun. These are really fun when they go. It's so hard to take that kingpin.
Oh, and he's going to come back.
You know what? If you miss the head pin, it's really easy to take the kingpin like that.
That is
but
true.
No, you got to be so tight on it and get a little bit of luck, break off the wall.
Yeah.
In order to get it, or you go outside like a maniac.
You can go outside, which I actually tried to throw it like light into the pocket and try to shave through the middle.
Yeah.
So I actually aim thin, which is suicide. And if it's the other side, I can't really do that.
Yep.
And it'll be a 9, I think, because that one looked like it had some legs going across the lane. Just 21 through 3. Larry Wentworth holding on to a 4-pin edge in the string.
You got to wonder if the wall is playing a factor. This is one of the tighter walls in any ACST house.
This is nothing like the wall at Sawyer's, but
well, I
get the feel.
No one in this conference bowls at Sawyer's. So
that's true. I actually look forward to going there against Kyle.
Yeah, no, I'm glad he ended up joining in so that a couple more people can see the house, get a couple more eyes on it.
Absolutely.
AJ, I'm bowling Timmy there later today, and Paul Grant's coming down for his first time too. So
well, he's short enough; it won't bother him.
Oh, exactly. Tim Douglas, we'll see.
Yeah. Oh yes, AJ shooting at the 4-horse down the left-hand side. Unfortunately, we were talking about it earlier. It's very easy to blow off the front 2 pins of a set like that.
Yeah, especially when you go outside like that.
Cleans it up for a 10 box.
It's a nice 10.
Gains a couple of pins against Larry, so it's just a 2-pin split for the string.
Back on the horse with that one in a big way.
Yeah, absolutely. It's tough, you throw a 3 box. It's such a setback both in the score, but you've got to get that out of your head.
I'll tell you, I can throw a 3 box and then throw 3 beautiful marks in a row, and I'll come off the lane and just be like, goddamn 3 box.
That's their job.
You're like, what do you mean? You're at 70 in a ball. I should be at 80.
Finds the head pin, and is he going to rock the front and get out of there? Get out of there.
It's going. There you go. Got
good 9 drop.
Naked 7.
Naked 7, though. He does have a ramp that, with his curve, might not kill him if he comes up real short, but that looks... Oh, he finds the hole between them.
Knew it as soon as it left his hands. That's all right.
Yep. Sometimes it's something like that. If I'm not feeling the 7, I'll throw it back up, see if I can carry it off. I shouldn't.
Fast D, folks. Fast D.
There it was.
Oh,
it's the
man.
cap.
Just the way to clean it up right there. It gets the whole plate.
I had a silly feeling that might be there. So with that 10 box, he takes the lead in the string, stealing it away from Larry's 6. So 41 to 39 as we're at the halfway point.
Adds to his lead as total, 37 thus far.
Yeah.
Still a lot of bowling left. 37 pins, it's sizable, but it's far from insurmountable.
Absolutely. Make sure I got the, we won't hear the microphone that's up by them, but obviously it's on the stream. I can't stream because there's 2 other matches going. Steve Kelly has the one on the ACST Facebook page at the moment, and then Mike Nardone's got one going in Candlepin Chat. I didn't think we were putting it up in Candlepin Chat. Wentworth is going to be out to the right, taking out the right-hand wing in the 7 post, so everything down the heart.
This is such a hard leave. That's a beautiful ball
It's a
on
great
it.
ball at it.
That's why, though, it's hard to take both edges
Yep.
of that one. You throw a perfect ball like he just did. Just kind of have to get lucky.
Well, you get a pretty easy 9 here, and with a little bit of luck, you get a 10.
That's, ooh, there's a
With
little bit of luck. Beautiful ball right there.
And again, because the wood here feels so heavy, it's almost like these pins weigh more, the way that you see the ball hit a plank in front of a stick and then the ball just deflects almost sideways so often here. All right, trying to right his ship. That is his first perfect box of the match, and now it looks like that's going to go right. Right from the release, it looked like it was heading there.
Yeah, just a little out of rhythm right now.
That's a good ball.
That's much better. And well, that's classic spare time leave right there.
Welcome to Spare Time!
Beautiful ball.
7,
and
8, 9, 10 after blowing up the pocket.
Let's get a 7 out of this at best.
Wow.
Oh, goodness gracious. If I'm him, I'm just aiming for the orange pin. Screw that pin.
Just get angry at the alien.
Pure rage.
Oh! You know, that's a hard-fought 6 bucks. There you
Really
are,
beautiful ball to pin out for a 7.
trying to hit the picket fence at the end.
It's extremely rude.
That's just not nice. All right, 55 with 3 to go.
Yeah, it looks like he has a good attitude about that round. You
Oh, yeah.
just got to laugh about that one.
After being burned on the head pin, he's drifting out to the side here. He's got the 179. I kind of like where that stick is in behind.
Yeah, it's tough leave made it a little better, but you got to be really flush on this head pin right
Yeah,
here.
absolutely. Well, you want the head pin for the 9. That's exactly what we expected. His first spare of the match, and it's a pretty one, folks, as he gets that stick to play just like I thought.
Fantastic ball. Look at this pin just snap over into the 7. Bow.
Oh, it's the ball.
Wow, yeah, caught the
So
cap
the ball
of
caught
it.
the cap of the stick and then shot over, but that's kind of how I felt that one would have to go. And
Yep.
I may not have played exactly like I thought, but
Play the 1-9 and get it to snap over somehow.
absolutely. On the
First
fill.
It's a good one.
Oh!
Someone woke up the gentle giant. Larry Wentworth goes strike on spare for not only his second mark, but a first 20 bucks of the match. And all of a sudden, AJ's in trouble for this string.
He's only had 1 spare, but he's filled it really good. See if we can do the same with a strike here. Box 10.
Tell you, if he
85 plus spare.
If he doesn't throw another spare, he's got the best fill in ACST on a spare for any match. Oh my
Double.
goodness!
Wow.
That should have been. That 8-pin wiggled for him.
He found something here late on. I don't love that stick, so maybe look at the ones over to the right, see if you can sweep it in.
No, it's on it. You just got to go right at it, I think, with the ball
Got
he's
to catch
throwing.
the cap. Yeah.
Beautiful
There we go.
ball. Another spare, another 20 bucks. Larry Wentworth wakes up in big way. After 17 tough boxes, goes thermonuclear in the last 3. And all of a sudden, he's at 55 through 7. He's at 105 and a ball
20
to
boxes
finish
are a
it.
good thing.
That's crazy. Another one. Another one.
He's
Rocks
gonna
the head pin. Doesn't have to shoot the tough split. 17 bucks for a 112. Welcome to the show, Larry Wentworth.
I'm pretty sure that second half almost tallied up to his first 3 halves altogether there.
It was close. That's for sure.
Hey, look at the bright side. This half, he found his first strike, his first 2 spares, and his first 10 bucks of the match. So hopefully,
I'm doing the math right now. That last half he threw equaled his first string.
yeah.
That's a 73 half right there. Fantastic stuff from Larry. What a show at the end. And AJ's got to turn it on now. That's a good ball and a woof.
Yep. Starlight 5 off to the right, and then the post hanging out.
As if the cluster wasn't hard enough.
I like these here. You just got to shoot the diamond hard. He went to the outside. I would have gone to the inside, but
He hit it pretty flush though. Either way,
yep.
just didn't carry either of the back pins apparently. Because screw you. Huh?
Yeah.
Clean up for a 9. On to the next one.
Like I said, you got to play these pins heavy. absolutely annihilates that guy for a 9-box. So 50 through 6. He's going to need 63 to take the string, 28 to take the lead back in the match.
3 good objects right there from AJ.
Like I said, you just got to throw the ball where you think you want to throw it and leave it at that. Whatever happens isn't on you. I think that one came across a little on him. Looked like, I don't know if he was trying to have it tail back into the head pin. It just stayed out. Takes out the left wing only.
He short-armed it a little bit. Got to be flush on the 2-pin side of the head pin here. Just like that. Oh, just a hair light. Great bit on it, though.
Quite the mess to deal with here. He's got the 3, 8, 9, though I don't hate the wood that's behind that 3.
No, you get a 9-box if you hit the 3-pin.
Yep.
At least. You might clean up 10.
Yeah.
Give yourself a chance.
Oh!
It's a good ball. Good 9.
Gets the half Worcester with some help.
He's going to need 4, a bunch more, though. He's up 4 in the string, but my goodness.
He's up a 57 finish.
Yeah.
So he only needs 54. But you just got to, you know, take that out of your mind and throw your ball.
Yep, one at a time right here.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
That one's going to stay out. And
Not terrible.
nope. Leaving the 1, 2, 4, and the 5.
Yeah, 5-pin sleeper right here, but with the corner taken out, gets a little more palatable.
Yeah.
You can kind of hit this pocket a couple of different ways.
Kind of like that wood there in front of the 4 to keep things in play if he goes outside. He's trying
going.
it. Oh, right through.
It's a 1-5 ball. Not much wrong with it, just a hair heavy.
Yep. I mean, it is really the smallest margin that determines.
Yeah, that's millimeters
Those
right
angles.
there to either side. Might take it.
Oh, and he's going to chop out 1. So 3 9s in a row have him at 68. Larry's hot half in his face right now, so you just got to kind of not think about it.
Yeah.
Focus on taking the lead back.
It's not bad bowling from AJ. It was just excellent bowling at the end by Larry. He's going to most likely take this string.
Well, AJ finds himself 12 behind par. And finds the head pin, and I don't. If it doesn't flatten, flattened a little too much.
I hate all of this. I honestly, because that wood is
I don't
on,
like that brace.
the wood's on it, I almost go wood to wood contact.
Ooh, he
just
went
missed.
for it.
So I was thinking if you go whole and you kind of clip both pieces of wood at the edges, you might be able to trip it up. But then I don't know how you carry the back pin, the 4-pin. There.
I would have probably tried to shoot this wood outside to the right. Not going to know because it's where he's going. But it'll be a 9-box. Just
9.
77 with 1 to go.
9s are wild for AJ this half.
He's been on a streak of them.
Yep. Larry is going to take this string mathematically now.
Oh, yeah.
And all of a sudden, totals in jeopardy as well.
It's absolutely even, so the lead will be cut down to whatever this box is. It's at least 7. Because Mark Moon is the owner of the lanes, sneaking out back to do a quick repair.
Owner-operator.
That's right.
He is a busy man. He's got 2 alleys to contend with now, and they're both giving him fits all the time.
Ah, AJ's going to have a clean half here. Second time.
Clean half sounds good. It's not good.
It's not what you want.
No. And 9s are wild.
And
No.
he breaks the streak with a 10-box. So an 87, but that'll be 2 points for Larry Wentworth there as he gets back in the match. 185 through 2 to 195 through 2 for AJ. AJ will take a 10-point lead as we head into the 3rd string. But both bowlers at 2 points apiece.
John Iron's doing an absolute bomb on lane 10 at King of the Hill.
That's the way you really, I mean, the good news is the way that he throws his ball can work well here because it's, you know, pretty high and pretty straight.
For sure. Well, Larry found something on lane 11. Let's see if it carries over to lane 12 with the wall. Maybe playing a factor.
And he's going to punch out the half Worcester on the left.
I don't hate the ball, though, honestly. It
Nope.
just got by, but it was a nice straight ball. Good delivery. Just skated right on by.
A little shy of the head pin there.
All right.
Rips out the arrow.
John Ahern just went double strike. My goodness gracious. Something tells me we might have a new King of the Hill.
All in time for it to just become the second tournament that I watch here. So
Yeah.
I'll start that beat the house up on the 11th. And for anybody that likes to do these, quickie tournaments, between Duncan and I and between Spare Time and Sawyer's, we're actually going to try to do what we call the full moon. We're going to put both of those events on the same day. So we'll have to beat the house here in the morning as Larry is out to the right, which is basically a quick 3-string qualifier and then knockouts and try to beat me for 2 strings. And then we'll have a traditional king of the house at Sawyer's in the evening. And any bowler that participates in both events, we'll probably put a bonus $50 prize fund in there between us for whoever has the highest combined 6 qualifying strings. Going full moon.
Be a good time hanging out in Central Mass all day. Larry just barely doesn't carry the 10 for a 9-box after a tough 6 to start. Yeah, both new tournaments, so we're trying to get them up and running. And these houses are no more than 30 minutes away from each other. And they're very different houses, both very fun, very nice places to be. Yeah, come on down. Give it a shot. It's going to be a lot of fun.
And you go from a house with a pretty decent amount of headroom to a house with not so much.
Let's call it negative headroom. If I stand on my tiptoes, I hit the ceiling at Sawyer's. I'm 6'4" for reference for anyone, so if you're worried about it.
There it is.
That's
all right.
Wow. That is as challenging as a leave gets, and Larry cleans it up like nothing. First spare on lane 12, and 4th mark in the match for Larry Wentworth. He strung 3 together last time. Let's see if he can keep the gravy train rolling here.
Ironically enough, it was the 3rd, 4th, and 5th boxes of the last half where he finally got a grip on things, but
yeah. It's work cut out right here. Takes out 4 on the fill, and he's got a cluster of 6 over on the right side.
Not going to be as dramatic here. Double.
Ooh, that got away. I'm telling you, I really do. That wall was just looming.
Really?
I do think so. Ooh, that's
all right. I'm gonna have to throw a couple boxes down there. This is over. See how looming it is to me.
Oh, yeah, as a lefty, I don't know if it will be as intensive for you.
I'm a lefty that stands on the right.
That's fair.
All right, Larry. 34 through 4.
I'm used to it from, as you said, Sawyer's. I think the walls are even tougher. Oh, welcome to Millis.
Exactly.
A 1-2 left standing.
That's a great lead, no matter how you slice it. Now it's just on you. And actually, the last mark he picked up had the orange head pin, so I don't think it scares him. It helps him. Oh, all right.
Gets it.
I thought it was going to sneak by on him.
Sits on a mark. Larry's finding his ball again. He's at 44 in a ball.
That is correct.
At the half. You know, with 44 in a ball with a 6-box and a 5-box, that's fine by me. You say, phew.
I got a chance to break
Try
even.
and load it up, yeah.
All right, AJ's going to be firing away quick here, so I won't have a lot of time to have the stats up. Sorry if you couldn't catch the scores fast enough. AJ's going to start out on the head pin.
Triangle 2.
Absolutely. I do. Again, I like making the call that way. It makes total sense.
I got that one from Greg at Easter, and I fell in love with it immediately.
Nope, I stole it. Absolutely give him credit. The first time I use it every match, I give the Slime Pirate all the credit he deserves for that. And that is to help people pronounce his name as well as have a good time with Greg.
Yeah.
Goo-yar. I'm going to go grab that ball.
I'll go get it for you. I'm not.
All right, go for it.
Yep.
Larry, we got you.
Okay, because everyone would have a good laugh at me getting up off the floor. So yeah, that would have been me. Fun. My wife loves when I do that. Oh, really? Yeah, when we're doing the Christmas tree, I need like a half an hour to get up.
Nice. Yep. Oh, I probably should have put up the stats there, so you didn't have to see Duncan's noggin in full HD. But here we are, anyways. All right, AJ.
Nice time.
Pop. I can't remember now if that was a 10 or a spare.
That's my cardio for the day.
There you go. I can't remember if that was a 10 or a spare.
That's a good question. I can go take a look
Yeah,
for
if
you.
you would. Thanks, I'd appreciate that. sometimes it's nice to be right. Duncan has clarified for sure that that was a spare. That was a 10, and of course this one is a spare.
The shot that never goes finally does.
It came off the wall too.
It's beautiful.
That wood, the wood really makes a difference there.
When it's not flat like most of the wood is on that
Exactly.
wave, you really can kind of mix around more.
Yeah, you certainly hope for that kind of angle to play.
Only 3 on that, Phil.
In the chop zone. And he's going to stay right through that
that's a
big
bunny.
bunny.
Same ball.
Yep.
You already got those pins down.
So you just want to throw right at the meat here. Get as many sticks as you can on the way out. There it is, coming across. Yep, safety ball picks up a 7 out of that, just
Good.
leaving the 1, the 8, and the 10. Took it out.
I hate having to throw it, but I love it when it does that.
Yep. All right, so he's even through 3, 30. He's got a 1-pin edge in the match. See if he can start it up here in the 4th.
Nice little orange guy, gonna be wide of it, and still trip 7.
Same pocket, much better result there, leaving the 1, the 2, and the 8.
Yeah, more active ball with that. This wood's gonna come in and maybe play. Nope, it's gonna. Oh yeah, sits nicely on that 8 pin.
You got to throw a real heavy ball in the 1-2 for this.
We can go super light, but you gotta hit the head pin, and he forgot that part.
It's that big bright orange thing in your face. I don't know that it makes a difference when I pull them out, but I certainly make a point to pull them out.
If you think it does, then it does. This
That's
game is
right.
more mental than anything.
All right, it'll be a 9-box, 39 with 1 to go. Has a 5-pin edge in the string and is up against a spare. So ironically enough, the spare has the match pretty much even at the moment. But obviously, AJ's got the 1 box to make a difference. This time he's going to splash the other side, leaving the 1, 3, 6.
More palatable 3-pinner. Any part of this pocket should take it.
Oh, it's tough here. Again, it's driving through heavy pins. Punch out the back too.
And having trouble with that object pin.
It's
Being all
eluded
over
him.
in his first 2 boxes.
It has eluded him. It's been the last man standing. And finds it. So it'll be a 49.5.
5 in the match, 15 in the string. Spare looming for Larry Wentworth. As we enter, we are now officially at the halfway point of the match.
Absolutely. So far, Larry's only found the head pin 5 times with a single split. AJ's found it 10 times with 6 splits, which is, as awful as that sounds, not too far off the average.
Yeah, that's about right. What is the average, 50-something?
It's usually 50%, give or take.
Okay.
I
I was wondering, my last match with Justin Waters, I was 68%, I want to say, on splits. It was a blast.
That'll happen. That ball Larry would want back. 1, it was for a fill, and 2, it just managed to pluck out the 10 pin alone. And his second ball is going to be a little shy. He's just got the 1, 4, 7, and 9 to clean up. See if he can get back at. Looks like we have another ACST match here happening on 9 and 10 now.
Madison Lorian and John Ahern, the new king of the hill.
Larry's going to get an unusual out there for an 8 box. So he turned that spare into a. Nope, that's ball 4. Nope, we won't tell him. No. Yeah. I think he forgot that first ball. I'd want to forget it too.
That's correct.
Do you guys need a score sheet? I have a bunch there. There's a bunch on that table. All right, Larry, getting the ship righted here. It seems like he needs a 2-box warm-up. This time it happens 1 box earlier. He rocks all the walls but can't get the king.
It's a really outstanding ball from Larry.
Stay out of there. Stay out of
Oh, it's
there.
hanging. It's not a guide or anything. He's got to hit this one flush.
And right on the heart of it. We'll take it.
Just straight out of the hands into the teeth. Pow. That is the 6th mark for Larry. He's spreading these ones out after throwing a cluster of them in the second string.
Absolutely.
Hoping to fill this one as he's had trouble filling them in this string.
That looks good.
It's better on the wrong pocket, but a very active ball drops 7.
Absolutely. He's got the 179. He's got enough wood out there to make it interesting.
Just hit the 1-9 is the important ones. The 7 should go.
He really has to kick something out there.
Ooh. Well, I think he's worried about the 7, so he hit the 7.
How did that get shaken? Who hit that table?
Oh,
Madison.
Monster.
All right.
It's all right. We're back in business.
Just the one in the night. Sends the one into the left, into the right corner.
Wasn't there anyway. Good fill for Larry, though. Puts him at 70. And 9 for 79 through 8.
Yep. So 2 boxes to go. Would like a mark to get back over 100 for just the second time in his 3 strings. Again, his average, I believe, is a 101.5.
Out of timber, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. And he's going to pop through the nose for a 2-1 split out to the right. He's got the 3-4-6, and I actually really like where that wood is.
I do too. First split of the day, but that pin gets a lot longer. Second split of the day.
Yep. First of the spring.
Okay. Oh, okay.
And he's going to.
Oh!
I
Trying
would,
to hit that a little light and good off the wall. Good sidewalls here, but
unless you're bowling on lane 9.
Lane 9's.
lane
Oh,
9.
is that the one where it came off for you?
The back sidewall.
Oh, it doesn't
isn't there.
exist. That's right.
It'll be an 8 box for Larry. 87 with 1 to go.
Last one.
Man, someone ordered onion rings and now I'm starving.
Yeah, I smell those too.
One of the best parts about Spare Time is Mark also has the neighborhood kitchen that's 2 doors down, provides all the food for the place. So,
Yeah, they do a good job.
yeah.
They'll be in full-fledged mode for the overnighter tournament happening later this month.
Absolutely.
Or not later this month, early next month.
Well, that's right. We aren't in January yet. Just a
about.
couple days to go.
Yep. I don't know. It's vacation for me. It's all blended together. Larry throwing an
vacation.
excellent first ball for his second one. It's going to drop 6 total.
True to form, that would have left the Starlight 5 off on the right.
Oh, yeah. Looking to clean up for 8, maybe 9, maybe 10. Ooh.
He bounces off the wood, manages to pick up the 5 on the way by. It'll be a 94 for Wentworth here in string 3, 279. So, yep, he was averaging 101.5, so he was a little off his pace here.
Not too far. After a dismal 73, to be able to crawl back into this, I'm sure he'd take it.
Absolutely. AJ getting ready to fire away. 49, needs 46 to take the string, 36 to get back in the lead of the match.
Yeah, not technically needing a mark, but Mark would sure make it a lot easier.
Takes all the pressure off the pinning, right?
That's exactly right.
So he chops out the 3, the 9, and everything to the right. The 1, 5, everything to the left remains, and a good stick in front of. Oh, no, it's behind the 5.
That's a good ball.
Oh.
Just skates by. Oh, looked good out of the hands.
Just a smidge. All right, naked 1-7 shot here. See if you can get the kick.
No,
Yeah,
that's field
goal.
Right,
57 through 6. Yep.
right in the middle of the uprights. I don't know if he made up his mind about which pin to shoot at. So he shot at both of them.
That's good. Like when there's only one front pin, I know which pin I'm shooting at.
Yeah, that's
When there's multiple front pins, that's when I tend to. Which one should I go for? Like the 7 and the 8? Oh boy.
oh yeah.
Follows the alien pin, hits it a little thin, gets a crazy mix. He's left with the 4, 6, 9. I absolutely really love that wood outside of the 4 pin.
I was just thinking that. Do you hit that on the gutter and try and flip it?
You
into
kind
the
of
other
want
two?
it. You want it to guide the 4 into the stick and see what happens. Oh, he's going in the middle. I don't think that's what he wanted to do.
No, that's not what
Well,
I wanted either.
The good news is, unless he shoots for the 2 pin, we're probably going to see if this wood would have flied. But
If I'm him, I'm going for the 2 pin.
You think so?
Though, realistically, yeah. He knows pinning's big right now.
pinning is really big. He needs 38 and 4. So,
There he goes.
yeah,
Collects it.
you know me. I'm greedy.
I see what you're saying. I also wonder if that pin is completely on it. Do you go all the way outside and almost cantilever it
Yeah, well,
into the 2?
no, I wouldn't.
Because I see what you're saying as a guide to have the ball hit the wood and then ricochet into the pin and kick it over.
I feel that to catch that wood, you really need to be as far outside the 4 pin as possible.
Most likely. Oh,
AJ
no.
running into some split troubles here. This time he's got the 4 and the 5.
I'll tell you, when you're just trying to pin out, this isn't terrible, but looking for a mark, this is
You got to hit 2
dismal.
singles. And
Gets
Spot
one.
on for one.
Yep, drills it. Gets a 10 right here. This does
a big
wonders for his next 2 boxes.
And
Oh, just
all
wide.
right, pressure's on. 75 with 2 to go, up against 15, needing 20.
Couple of 10 bucks. Needs to clean the plate or get a mark.
That's right.
He could tie the string too,
needs
but
clean plates.
no one wants to tie. Everyone's mad about a tie in ACSJ.
I don't think I've tied a string this season.
I think I tied 1 against Lugatrana. That was about it. Half Worcester, tough start for AJ in this one.
Was that at CPL or was that at
That was at CPL. I went to CPL. I bowled my best 5 I've bowled this year so far.
Jeez. Oh, no. All right.
weird.
So a busted TP here as he takes out the 10 pin. He's got the 1, the 4, the 6, and the 7.
Get
and
greedy
we
here.
Need them all.
Get greedy.
He needs to. Otherwise, it forces a must mark.
Most likely he'll need to mark unless he makes a beautiful 10, but he may as well. No, he's going to go for 2.
No for 2. All right. So a mark and a small fill. 83 with 1 to go. Needs 11 to tie, 12 to win.
Yep. And he went from being able to tie to all of a sudden mark or die right here.
I like those situations. I really do.
Oh, yeah.
I put it out of my mind, but I like those situations.
It's fun
That's a
when you
good
get
ball.
Oh, right triangle leave
Stay in,
for AJ.
stay in, stay in.
It's coming
stay
back
in.
a little bit, just a hair. Okay.
So the baby split on the right side with a sleeper. The 3, 9, 10. I really like that wood if he could just hit this as a half Worcester.
I love that wood. That wood is just the hypotenuse of this triangle.
Oh, no,
right
it went off
now.
his foot.
Oh, no. Into the ocean.
Went off his foot.
All right, Larry's going to take this string. After a brutal 73 start for Larry, he's going to find himself with 4 points out of 6. And wasn't there anyways for AJ, so he can at least hang his head on that. But tough breaks all about.
That's, there's not much you can do about it when it happens. But
Nope. He pinned all right, but not enough in that last half. Larry Wentworth, 94, AJ 92. AJ still holding on to lead in the match, up by 8 pins. But what started this 35 has quickly fallen off a cliff and we are now in single digits as we enter the last 2 strings.
Yep. Wow. That's the fun of the ACST, man. So many strings are so close because, generally bowlers are paired up against bowlers that are within 5 pins of their average, so usually makes for a good old tight match. Larry's going to start out outside to the right there, leaving the 1, 2, 10, and a teasing piece of wood outside of the 1, 2.
It's a rude piece because if you hit it, I don't know how you take the 10.
I agree with you. Oh! Ball bounced off of the cap, hit the outside sidewall, but unfortunately came back in front of the 10 pin. So
That was a chaos ball right there, Micah. Holy cow. What the heck? Good 10 from Larry.
absolutely. It's kind of tough not to take that plow.
What the heck happened there? The sound was weird, the ball was weird, the cap was weird.
Well, that's part of this place because I swear to God, it's like these pins are probably just a few ounces heavier than they're supposed to be. They just sound heavier, especially when you hit like one against another.
So there's those diagrams that are like chaotic good, chaotic neutral, all this stuff. This is a chaotic neutral house to me.
I would agree.
Where it's just, it's fair, it's just weird.
If you are not on, you're really you're really asking for mercy.
Yep.
But you can score well here. I've thrown some really good strings in this house.
I've thrown a couple $140s here. It can happen. It's just.
And that'll be a 9-box for Larry. So 19 through 2. I think that is his best start so far.
I would have to say it has to.
By a pin, but
Yep. I think that pin, he fell off a cliff after. So let's see if we can keep it going. Throw 5 good boxes in a row for the first time, I believe. Starting to find his stride. Not with that ball, as he's going to escape with 5 and good wood in the middle.
it's just
And it comes up
that
perfectly.
head pin as heavy as you can.
Yeah, that wood just came up masterfully. Just smack it in the face.
Short of it.
All right.
Just short of it. That proves to us that everything would have blown up like we thought, but obviously you can't take away the importance of hitting that front pin. He's going to be nowhere near that one.
No, that was straight at the 7 pin, which he already took down.
All right, 28 through 3, a pair for Larry. Would like to sit down on a mark, I'm sure. Or a couple of them definitely would be nice. But Baby steps.
One ball at a time right
That's
here.
right. And he's got the orange pin to guide him home.
Ooh.
Seems like he held that one a bit long, and he picks up the spread eagle.
Yeah. Oh, you know, this is the easiest shot to make when you got a full rack. So.
Flux capacitor. I can't remember who called it that.
It's got to be a Drew.
Pretty funny because it's accurate. And he's coming across again. Blows out the 5-9, leaving the 1 and the 8. Really needs that candy pin. Can't call it candy cane. It doesn't get the 3 stripes.
No.
It's like the ass end of the candy corn. He's going to leave it standing for a $9. 37 with a box to go. Definitely looking to sit on a mark.
We all want to be sitting on a mark, Micah. It's a good place to be.
It's true. Then you have to forget about it when you step up on the 7.
Being a gold.
There we go. On the head pin. Nice and solid, and is rewarded with a 7-10 split.
Really stick around, Wood. Come on. Stick around.
It's an angled double stick all the way over there to the left. You might as well hit it.
You never know with double wood. Give
Yep.
yourself a chance. Give
See how
yourself
much
a
it
chance.
stops. No,
He gave himself a chance.
that might be a chaser. That might be a chaser.
Let's see if he turns around.
Yeah,
I'll
go
go
grab
take a
it.
look.
We got you. So in case anybody's wondering why we're doing this and you're new to Candlepin, I don't know if you'd still be here in string 4, but if you are, there is a dead wood line that exists 24 inches in front of where the head pin is, and if any part of a pin is touching or over that line, the pin must be removed. And as you can see right here, Duncan's gone and grabbed it, getting his cardio for the day. Larry gets a naked shot at the 10 pin here. Making you work out twice. And snakes the pin, finishes it up a 47.5. He's gonna fire the stick down and it's there, part of the pins again. So for only being on the head pin once, had one split, couple of 10s, no marks, but that's a heck of a pinning half there at 47.
No mark 47 is fantastic bowling.
All right, AJ looking to right the ship after having some split luck in the 3rd string. He was 5 out of 10 on the head pin, but 4 of them were splits. Smooth release.
Just off and tough break right here.
Yep, takes out the 3, the 5, the 9, and the 7. So the 1, 2, 4, 8, and then the 6, 10.
There's got to be a name for this leave. It's like the Lambda Plus in my mind, but
That's a good
it's a
question.
common leave.
It is. Oh,
And he's almost made it the fun way.
he gave it a heck of a read.
Yeah, that head pin came off and almost screamed over into those 2 pins, but took a weird,
Took a weird turn.
yeah, some interesting torque on that pin.
Yep. So just the 6 and the 10 here for a $10.
Yeah, the wood's deceptive. He's going to play it, and that's why. Catches it a little
Takes the
thin.
$9.
Not bad out of that leave.
Let it fly.
But then again, not very good either.
No apologies.
Alrighty. A lot of matches going live on the ACST page, so I just, instead of fighting with them for
We'll
stream,
get it up later.
I will record this and have it up later. And AJ is on the head pin and has, of course, his split. as well.
It's an absolute ACST bonanza today.
Yep.
Matches abound.
2, 5, 7, 8. A great piece of wood sleeping in there between the 2 and the 5 to help him get those back too. We'll see
Yeah.
what happens here.
Smack this 2 in the face.
No, we let that
That's-
one go way out.
I would have smacked the 3 in the face, maybe.
When you're struggling, he's been dry. It's been a full string since he's had a mark. Just need to put the ball where it needs to be. And wow, even for being a bit short, it would have gone. So it's a 10 box, 19 through 2. We're neck and neck.
Yeah, the wood was just too wired. He just threw it in the ocean. It happens.
Oh, absolutely. I don't think we've seen anybody go 50 for 50 on the head pin, so it's just a sign of just how tricky this game can be.
Don't think we ever will. I did see we had a almost a really good feed. Josh Daly only left 3 pins up in his Friday Night Pro League match
Oh, yeah?
this past week.
Yeah,
He had
try
a-
it on
yeah.
5 strings.
Yeah, that's the key
Anybody
right
can
there.
bowl good for 3, right? Even if,
Well,
even
he
if your
only
name
left-
isn't Daly.
Well, he only left up 8 in his house record in Millis, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think that was it.
That was pretty
It was
outstanding
either
stuff.
8 or 9 in that 764.
Yeah,
and
to go-
that,
to
we have
leave-
it on film.
To leave single digits up is just an insane accomplishment.
No, absolutely. So, of course, this is a back and forth with Jeremy Seaholm and myself. We talk about, the pins left standing all the time as AJ leaves 2 on the deck there. 27, he's trailing by a pin after 3 boxes. So we were talking about pins left standing and how, Seaholm, that's like one of his focal points on just really, pinning. So we started tracking it this year, and it is wild to see when those matches come in and how hard it is to stay under 30 as an average, as AJ will take out the triangle 4.
Yeah, I'm sure you see very few matches outside of the A, honestly, where it's less than 30 pins left.
Yeah, I don't think I've looked at it at a class by class level, but we can pull it up because I do have most of the stats with me as he's just off to the side. So the top 10 in the A, there's only 5 bowlers that keep it under 30 pins left standing per match.
Of course, Justin Waters in a class of his own.
AJ takes an 8 box there, 35 with just 1 to go.
Yep.
So yeah, Waters at 25 and change, Seaholm at 27.5, Parkinson 28.33, Nichols 28.71, Steve Kelly 29.14.
Steve Kelly's having himself a run. Not bad.
Well, there's a weird thing for me to fix there.
Yep, but yeah, next one in the B is 37.8 from Mike Capone. And
I would
then
assume the leader in the
drops
B's is
down.
37.8 at Mike Capone,
Yep.
Glenn Gill at 39.
That just goes to show right there.
And at the C, you got 38 and 39 as Demetrius Dallas. And then Matt DePiro.
Yep. So I'm sure they have ones where they leave for less than 30, but it's got to be rare.
It's definitely, more often than not. Oh, he's going to find the bunny hole. Now I know I got to fix Bruno DeFeo's stats.
Yeah, this is why we look. We find these things out for you. AJ's been tailing off to the right side, which is a problem I've been having too recently,
And he's going to be a little thin there. He'll take a 9, which again, a 44.5 without a mark. We've been a little dry here.
Yep.
Maybe these guys can warm up on lane 11.
I think lane 11's been treating them better. It's certainly been treating Larry better overall.
What that probably means is somewhere on the score sheet I've got like a...
You've got to know where it's not supposed to be. Yep.
I hit something I shouldn't have.
Yeah, it happens.
We'll get the stats out of the way.
When you got that many Excel boxes, one of them's bound to go awry.
That's user error. All right, Larry, firing away here in the second half of string 4.
Yeah, everyone's like, "Oh, I hate using Excel." You hate how you use Excel. Excel's wonderful.
It's only as good as its user.
That's exactly right.
Larry cleans out the 3-2, so everything's meat down the middle here. He's got the 1, 2, 5, 8, 9.
This one is, whoa, that's tough. Feels good when it goes.
Seems
Not
like
there
he-
though.
Seems like he dropped the ball exactly the same way the first one went.
Yeah. What I hate about that leave is if you go pocket, more likely than not, you're clearing out the 2 pins and leaving the back triangle.
I'm still hung up a bit on AJ catching his foot. And I see people do that from time to time.
I used to do that a lot.
Tim Brayton, I think in a match when we were doing the doubleheader, I think he threw a couple off his foot. I don't understand how your mechanics can make that.
Well, I can tell you exactly how that happens, actually, because I used to do it a fair bit when I was getting into the swing of bowling. What happens more often than not is your foot will come out a little and come a little bit to the right, and then your ball is also late, and it just ends up coming right. Ooh, 1-5 punch. So your ball release is generally relatively close to your foot. So if that comes up and in, and your arm's a little late, it can just drive right into your ankle, and it kills when it hits it the wrong way.
Oh, I'm sure. I think it's automatic in me that I clear my hips out to the side so my arm can come straight down underneath. So I don't really end up as near my foot. I'm going to have to watch and see if I am closer than I think I am. That's a struggle out for a 6 box there for Larry. So early goings, a pair of 6s is not the way that he wants to keep this match going.
I don't think you'd have an issue with it because more than anything, you don't drop too far down with your release. You kind of stay a little more upright. So your ball, when you release it, is kind of more up near your knee and like your shin, rather than down by your foot. And if you look at AJ's release, he's all the way down there.
Yep.
So that's kind of where you can run into issues, is when you have that low release.
All right, Larry swiping out a little. Ooh, second ball is really good at it, leaving just a 1-9. The first one was just taken out a 3 and 1 there.
Yeah, good active ball from Larry, but just skated by his object.
And again, this is part of what makes the ACST fun. We were talking earlier, not to slight Josh Daly in any way, shape, or form.
No, we can slate Josh Daly.
Okay,
that's
we can do
fine.
that. But the reality is there's a significant difference between bowling 3 strings and bowling 5 strings, where the fatigue level, even though it's not huge, like you're not holding the same grip, you're not, little small things that change over the course of that many strings affect your scores dramatically.
Yep.
All right, Larry with the candy cane pin. Just
wide.
off of it.
Larry's also off to the right a fair bit.
Yep.
Wonder if it's a matter of him dropping it, or maybe his feet are a little quick. There's a million different factors. It's just about being able to isolate up there and make the adjustment.
Yep. Well, I love the wood here. Blow up the 1, see what happens. Might pull it.
Ooh.
No love getting something to spin forward and take out the orange.
Him and AJ throwing very similar balls right now, where they might skate by and just over yank. It's a question of whether or not you overcompensate to fix, or whether you're just trying to throw your ball. And I think they're doing a little bit of compensation right now.
Absolutely. So it'll be a 9-box, 78 with 1 to go.
Yeah, best way to get out of there is, instead of being like, oh, I need to like come over or whatnot. No. I didn't throw my ball. That's why I was over there. I don't need to change anything. I just need to throw my ball. And that's when you start to find the object a lot more. Is when you get into that mindset, you can just rock the pocket. Just like that. Outstanding ball from Larry. Oh my goodness gracious. Look at this wood scream over, across and over everything.
Rewarded with the 6, 7, 8. I do like the piece of wood behind the 6, so if you can just
You think
nip
red line?
you basically want to hit as little of the 6 pin as possible, right?
Yeah.
Oh!
Just like that?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, that's exactly where you want to go, and you can't be upset. That's where you were aiming. That's where you put your ball. You're hoping for some wild luck.
I always tell myself when I throw a couple of bad boxes like that, and I throw a crappy ball, once I start to throw a good one, if I got a break like that, I look at it and I'm like, no, I deserve that.
Right.
I deserve that. I threw a bunch of bad balls. You can't expect every good one to break up after that.
You mind sanity checking me on AJ there for a 44?
I'll take a gander at that.
Yeah, just for some reason it decided to take that box out on me. Just his first box. And that one came down, caught the plate. Knuckle buster. Did you catch the lane? Yep. Yeah, I thought I was right. I noticed that when I moved, I somehow wiped out a box. So I'm like,
Yeah. No, I remember that one. He went. He left a 4-5 and plucked 1. That's a ball.
Oh, there we go. Back on the horse after a long time not riding.
Yeah, ball came off his leg last time. I think he still didn't hate anything else about it. And just
That's right. That was it.
drove that one. Outstanding shot from AJ.
Much needed mark. He hasn't had one. Actually, Larry just had an open string too. So both bowlers
Yeah, they've been dry for a minute.
playing through the desert.
Well, AJ found the Oasis, and he's looking for another one.
Hey, take the Starlight 5 on the right. He's on his head pin, which is a nice little change for him, where it's not a split.
Yeah, that 1-2 pocket's not doing him any favors.
No. If you're gonna if you're gonna hit the pocket here, you really want to hit it heavy.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
one's gonna sneak to the left.
These pins smell weakness.
And fear.
They definitely smell fear. They smell it on me here.
Much better second shot at that one. It's only going to be an 8.
67. He's in good standing to take the string. Maybe 21 pins in his next 3 boxes.
He threw 23 against 12. That's a good way to jump into a lead in the string. So.
Yep. Most likely going to maintain his total lead as well.
Yep. Just got to keep it on the plate.
Unless he goes crazy though, then total's still going to be in jeopardy going to the last string.
And that is a split without being a head pin.
I was calling the match between.
My turn to go grab it. You can talk.
Oh, you got it? All right. Yeah, calling a match. I want to say it was Joe Corbett and Matt Taylor, who they were pinning well overall, hitting a lot of head pins. So Dan Castle and apologies if you're listening, I forget who he was bowling. Dan Castle was bowling someone else in the Class A division at Millis, and the amount of non-head pin splits I saw was pretty staggering. It was at least 5 or 6, which over the course of 5 strings to have that many backdoor head pins is pretty ridiculous stuff. But that's one thing about Millis is if you're not on the object in Millis, you can still get rewarded a fair bit. Outstanding ball from AJ, and it won't go as the 7 just won't fall down.
I saved everybody from seeing his disappointment.
Threw a great ball at it, just didn't get it. And tough wood on this one. He's going to go perfectly on
Absolutely.
that.
Takes the 10 bucks.
It's 2 outstanding balls in a row for AJ.
So again, needing 10 pins to take the string,
Yep.
and a little harder throw to get the pin down the lane.
That was one of the weakest things I've seen in a long time. Oh my goodness gracious. Just pathetic. Let's hope he throws a little more mustard on this ball right here. He's my buddy. I can razz him. It's fine.
I think most of us get along great in the ACST, and if you're bowling in this league and not expecting to get picked on,
Those are the rules. I got murdered. I should. I'm bowling like crap. It's fine.
alrighty, so he's on the nose. He's going to have another split. So ironically enough, in this one, he has 4 head pin hits and he has 4 splits, but they're not necessarily all in the same boxes. And that's, I don't know if that caught his foot as well.
No, I don't think so. I think he just, I think he caught his leg on the way down a little bit. Just threw him off a little.
Oh, he's going to punch out 1.
Smashes it through.
So it'll be a 7 box, 84 with 1 to go, just needs 4. So the last thing you want to do is think about that, because you know that just magnetizes your ball to the half Worcester.
Those are the rules. Barring catastrophe, he should be able to clean this up, though.
Yes.
Knowing you need 4, even if you get a half Worcester, you're like, okay, I can just throw it anywhere but the hole. Don't need to hit the head pin. And that's a good ball. That's going to do it.
There it is.
Yep. Another tough split.
7.5.
Good time to throw it as he's going to take the string and keep his lead on total. It's going to be tenuous still.
Just want to call out, he's had 18 head pins. He's had 14 splits.
That's insane.
So technically 13 of them on head pin hits.
Yeah. Just missed that one.
You know, and in a house like this where, you know, certainly can be tough and sticky on head pin hits, it just makes me think that the ball's a little flat, not a lot of spin on it. And that'll be an 8 box 92, so he'll win the string 92 to 87.
Of those other 4 head pin hits, I want to say like two or three of those left Starlight 5s as well. So,
Yeah. Yep.
interesting.
I mean, it's a tight house, and it'll make you work for it. But hey, either way, both bowlers with 2 wins.
Yep.
379 for AJ, 366 for Larry as we go into string number 5.
13 pins is nothing as well. We've seen that made up 2 times so far.
I was going to say, yeah, that swung back and forth in the first 2 strings alone.
Yep. Both bowlers coming in here. Big 6-point string coming up right now.
Well, Larry's going to be short of the head pin, but gets a good bump out of that. He's got the 179 again. Again, a couple of nice sticks off to the left side of the 1.
Hit the 1-9.
Still want to hit it heavy.
Hit the 1-9.
Yep.
Give yourself a chance.
Looks good. Oh, catch it! Style points.
What the? What in tarnation was that?
It's just-
I want to see this one close up.
So this second one just went spinny, spinny.
hits
That's
it
the front one.
right in the teeth.
That's the way to do it.
Boom.
Yep. Good news is it kept drifting back. I had
Yep.
one earlier that just
I was-
spun and wouldn't go there.
I was wondering how he hit it. He hit it perfectly.
Yeah.
Just, yep, finally got rewarded. And this time he's off on the left side. I think he put a little too much mustard on it. He's going to get 5 on the fill, though, which isn't terrible.
Good old Caleri down the right.
Average fill 6.5 for some of the top-level bowlers, so nothing to sneeze at with a 5 fill.
Just short of the head pin. So now he's got the opposite side. If that pin stays up, he's got
It
the
will.
1, the 8, and the 10, and far less fun wood to play with.
Sharp pins at spare time as well, for sure.
And we need to rough them up a bit.
Then again,
And-
I'm comparing it to Millis, which has the softest pins on God's green earth. So
Can feel it some days. That'll be a 7 box, 22 through 2. Again, each string, well, not necessarily each string, but certainly building on his starts. This is his best of the series so far.
so far and period. Last start of the series. And once again on that 3, loving that 3-pin.
The leave without a name, right?
Yeah.
The Lambda plus the 610.
Good ball, just off.
Yeah, didn't know if he was going to wiggle the 2 on the way through there.
Looked like it might. Those pins are definitely dancing. He throws a nice active ball, a good spin on it.
Yep.
Just not quite as accurate as he would like to be. And he's getting greedy.
Oh, right through the hole. That's what, you know, hey, look, you won. You don't get better by shying away from the tricky stuff.
That's correct.
You know.
You do get pins, though, if you aim for the 2 and hit him.
Maybe. Oh, you punch one and then feel dumb.
Yeah. If I have that leave and I'm looking to pin out, if I get those 2, I'm still happy. I threw the ball where I wanted it, did what I wanted.
Yep. And that ball's going to be short and angry.
Another one.
Another 1-9.
Very common leave today when you're on that 3-pin the way they have been.
Well, he's had no interest in the head pin this half, and this is a pretty good setup here if you can just nail that head pin on the nose.
Yep.
And, oh! Nope, caught it thin. These pins are heavy.
Hair light, yeah. That ball sailed off into oblivion after contact. Tougher wood than it looks like.
He's going high. Oh, he took it out of there. That's
Quantum wood right there.
Yeah, I mean,
phased right through.
Schrodinger's wood.
Yep.
It's always tough when you know you're that far out in front. I try to get close to the line, but a little high.
Are you trying to throw it to push the wood back, or so the ball takes the pin?
Wood, yeah. I'm
day.
expecting the ball's out of town after I touch that piece of wood like that.
Very good.
Yeah. All right, chops out the left-hand side. 1-5, everything down the right.
Yep. It's an honest question. I think there's some wood that you look at that sometimes you're like, no. The wood's, there's no way. I need the ball to take this.
That tends to be more like on split shots, like when you're looking at like a 6, 7, 10, and the wood's in the middle. You're counting on the ball deflecting into the pin, you know, going this way, and the ball's going that way.
I'd agree with that.
Yeah. There it is.
Oh, greedy.
See?
Larry Wentworth gets a 10.
You got to shoot at that. You got to be ready for when it matters.
That's beautiful. 48.5 for Larry is a solid work from him. However, with a 13-pin deficit going into this one, he's definitely looking for a big finish here to put the scare now. AJ.
Yeah, I mean this really is anybody's match here. You know.
Yeah.
Larry only with 1 spare in that first half. Didn't touch the head pin once, but not in a bad position. AJ's going to half Worcester out the left side.
Good news is he's not on the 3-pin. The bad news is
he was on the 3.
everything else.
Hit the 1-2, 1-3, and see what happens.
Do you hit the 1-3 there every time, or you're going whole side?
It depends on which side it is for me. So as a lefty, if it's the left side half Worcester that I've knocked out, I'll shoot the 1-3.
Okay.
If I'm a righty, it'll be a 7 as he picked that one out of the gutter. If I'm a righty, I would imagine it's the opposite. You're not trying to necessarily hit the gap because your ball's going to deflect differently off the head pin.
Okay.
So
I try and go whole side every time. I'm a lunatic.
no, it's fine.
I just don't. I either have to go whole side or I hit the head pin very, very thin, because otherwise it's so hard to take that king pin on more than anything.
Yep. All
It's
right.
either the king pin or the far pin of the 2 pins.
Yeah.
Hanging out.
Yep.
Tend to stay up.
AJ's keeping his streak alive there. His first head pin hit of the string results in a split. An ugly one, the triangle 6 plus the 7, and plucks out the 9 pin.
He's going for a record percentage right now. For sure.
You know, that's probably not too far off of reality here. Again, through the match, he has 19 head pins, 15 splits. Again, one of those splits did not involve the head pin, but on the score sheet, it matters.
You know how I always say when you're hot, you're hot. This is when you're splitting, you're splitting. Doesn't matter if you hit the head pin or not sometimes.
And, you know, honestly, sometimes if I'm throwing that many splits and it's like early on, like if I have 2 strings with like 6 or 7 splits in both of them, I'll move forward or backwards 6 inches.
6 inches?
For my starting.
That's a fair bit.
Yeah. It's just to give my ball a little more.
Oh, that's a great ball from AJ. Sorry to interrupt
No,
you.
no
He just
worries.
made a very pretty spare on that one.
Hey,
Look
the
at
bowlers
this.
matter more than our chit chat.
Yeah, look at these 5 pins fall. Just a beautiful pocket shot. Bow.
Yep. Yeah, no, it's just enough to let your ball come in or not come in that little bit of difference, assuming that you throw everything else the same, which is my other problem.
Yep. That's everyone's problem, unless you're Justin Waters. Oh, good fill from
Oh,
AJ.
hey, look at
this.
For
It's
once,
not a split, and how about a good time for that? Drops 9 on the fill.
big 9 drop, just avoid that stick out front.
Yeah. Should be able to hit this in the face and throws it into the ocean.
Half of it was right. He avoided the stick out front.
He did avoid the stick out front. That's not wrong. I'm sure he's pissed about the rest of it.
Yeah, it's nothing worse than giving away a 9 drop.
Yep. Talk to Charlie Collins about that.
And it'll be a 9 box. 43.
That's
1 to go, but
good news for AJ is he's going to be up at the half most likely, and at least holding on to total by a pretty commanding margin with 1 half left.
I agree. He'll probably.
Larry's going to need to. No longer is AJ just going to need to like bowl okay. Larry's going to need to bowl pretty well here.
He's going to have another finish like he had in the second string.
Right.
And we're going to again take out the left side. 1-5. Everything to the right. Blow it up.
Just give it a ride.
Not sure where he's trying to flick that wood to.
He's just trying to shoot it away. Well, he used it, plucked out. He took out the 2 behind it somehow.
He should have shoot it forward, I guess. Huh?
I guess so.
4 horse down the right.
Get 3 of these at least. Safety ball. No.
Nope.
Right in the teeth for a 7 box.
Oh, clean half, 50. So with just 5 boxes left in the match, he's holding on to a 15-pin lead for total, a 2-pin lead in the string. So again, we've seen Larry warm up in the second half.
Yeah, he's been liking lane 11. He's going to, I would say he needs 2 or he needs maybe 1 mark to take the string, but most likely 3 marks to take total.
Yeah. His first ball's a little loose out of his hand. But no worse for the wear.
Yeah, on that 3-pin again.
Yep, 1, 2, 8. As he continues to not risk the odds of the head pin.
Madison Morian just dropped that
Sure did.
on lane 10. Right out of the hands, that one. Good ball. Oh, just dove off. Skated by the head pin. Now he's going to have the 1-8 left standing.
I heard the cries over there. And that's going to get outside. It'll be an 8 box, so 56 with 4 to run here.
Painful game, candlepin bowling, especially when you're 8 years old and throwing it off your foot or whatever he's doing down there.
Or just losing to your brother.
That hurts too. That hurts worse.
Pretty busy morning here in Spare Time. It's nice to see.
No, it picked up nicely. Always fun to see these alleys active.
So Larry's going to try the left side this time, and he's looking at the 1, the 3, and the 7. I don't necessarily like that tease of a piece of wood out front.
No, it's fake. I'll tell you, I was down there bowling with Austin Valley doing some practice. There was a little girl down there, 4 years old. She couldn't have been more than 6 years old. She was throwing the straightest ball I've ever seen. It was unbelievable. She has hit everywhere she wanted. She's throwing maybe 8 miles an hour. She's just like dead on every time. I was looking at her. I was looking at her family. I was like, you got to get her in a league or something.
It's like Greg
insane.
McNillis.
Yeah.
All right, Larry picks up a 9 box there. Not able to. He punched out the head pin and then obviously took the easy corner. But 3 boxes to go. This is the time to get hot. See if you can do a repeat of string 2.
I was thinking more like Chris Ham.
Sorry. That's what I meant to say. Chris Ham. I got Greg in my head for his name. Thank you. And he's going to stay away from the head pin. He's left with a double braced 4 horse down the left, which this is going to need some.
You can hit. You got to hit this head pin heavy. You got to hit it.
You got to hit this beyond heavy with the double back there.
Yeah, really smash it.
You got to throw lead.
That's lead right there. Wow, what a ball. Larry Wentworth right in the face for a mark. Much needed.
Yeah.
And
Great
if he fills this up, he's going to put the screws on AJ for the string, but he's looking for another big one here.
No, pulled it. Still be a good drop. Is that one going to wiggle out? No.
No, but it's a lambda which goes. This is a very makeable spare shot, heavy on that pocket.
So lambda right.
6 fill for an 81 through 8. The kick is up, and it's good. Larry Wentworth 2 in a row, just smashes through. Beautiful second ball's a bound.
One more full box.
Not a single head pin to be seen, but that is his 3rd spare of the string, sitting at 91 plus a ball.
It's a 2-ball. It's a second ball game sometimes, and Larry's showing why right here.
This is a game of spares.
It is indeed. Larry.
Going to stay out to the right. He's perfect. Doesn't touch the head pin once this string. It'll be a 3 fill, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's head pin giveth, or no head pin giveth, no head pin taketh. More taketh than not. Let's see another pretty one. No, he's going to be wide, and he's going to need a big out here now.
Yep.
AJ looking pretty good for total at this point.
Sure is.
Needs to pin out, maybe a mark, but he's going to need to work for the string unless Larry throws this in the ocean. He will not. He'll clean up for an 8 box, leaving the middle 2,
102. So Larry will finish the day with a 468. That is a whopping 93.6 average, so far off of his normal pace.
Yep.
AJ's going to step up, kind of in a driver's seat. He's going to need 53 to take the string, but only 40 to take total in the match.
Yeah, I'm sure he's getting greedy though. He needs a mark and a good fill for total.
Well, you know what? I don't hate it. It's the
No,
first.
that's really nice actually. That's a beautiful piece of wood. He just needs to catch it on the way to the 10,
Yep, it's a split with a target.
and it should be money.
That looks good. Oh!
Oh, he gets it anyways. Look at this. Caps it, and just barely with enough energy to topple that 9-pin.
Wow, watch this one again. You see it hit it?
Wow, you don't even see the pin move until it drops. That is ridiculous.
I mean, it's
stuff.
obviously easier on the pin kit, but watching it live, that was tense.
Fill
Now,
ball.
That's a good fill. Of course, it's going to be a split.
It's a banana split, but that's a good fill nonetheless. And now AJ's in the driver's seat for the string.
That'll always be the Nixon. I can't see that calling a banana split.
That's accurate. I'll give it to you.
Oh!
Not a bad ball from AJ.
Get
that
into the
pin,
gutter.
please get in the gutter.
Don't
you
make us work.
monster.
All right, go get it, Dunk. Do you want some bad news, AJ? AJ, you've had 22 head pins. You've had 22 head pins. 16 splits. Well, 17 if you include the one split you got when you missed the head pin. Brutal. Stay with it. I think it's great seeing bowlers in the different classes, and it's not like, oh, you're in the Class D because you're bad. No, you're a good bowler. It's just, when you're bowling against anybody that can go up to the sky, that's just where you fall in. And it's fun seeing the difference in the percentages and the pins as he takes a 9 out of that. No, that was 3.
Was it 3? Great, sorry.
That might have been there actually. Funny enough.
You had the 2 and 2.
Yeah, that would screamed over. I do think that would have taken the 6-pin.
Yeah, probably would
If he
have.
connected there, it's just a matter of whether or not that goes into the 10.
So 75 with 2 to go. He is going to need a heavy mark in here. Oh, no, that can't be right. Let's not be a jerk. Let's put him in the right box.
That'll help.
Yeah. You know what happens? I seed that 0, so the thing show up right. And this is going to be off the head pin, and
Not a split this time.
great leave. Love that wood.
Yep, just smash it anywhere
You can
on
also
that right
you
side.
still got room maybe to get around. It's not fully blocked. Looking at the 610 here.
Give it a right anywhere on the right side. Oh, how about a 7-pin?
Oh no.
10 pin.
So sorry, 75 with 3 to go. So obviously just needs to keep pinning.
Get a 10 here and set yourself up for
Absolutely. 10 is huge.
Yep. You're not guaranteed to get
I
him
think
every
that
time.
I think that's still either his leg or his foot. He's kind of pushing out there at the end.
Yep.
It'll be a 9, 84. So he's down to needing 19 to take the string.
We've been here before.
Dave Peterson leaking over the shoulders.
Leary.
He's going full Biden.
Yep. How's that other match going, Dave?
Yes, we have John, the king of the hill, Hearn here. He's continuing his great bowling. He's taken the first 2 games over Madison Morgan.
Great ball.
Thank you, Dave.
Both guys bowling well. Both guys bowling well. All games in the hundreds.
Nice.
Wow, that's good stuff right there. Not so much here in Class D. Oh my goodness!
Good slice.
That's an
Man,
outstanding bid right there.
That's an unreal cut on the 6-pin trying to pick up the goalpost there, the 4-6.
You will not see much better shots on
No.
that than that bid right there.
Oh, beautiful stick.
There you go. That's big time right there.
So 94 puts him in a really easy shot here. Doesn't need a mark. Does need a 9 or better to take the string. That's the difference between a 6 and 8 week and a 10 and 4 week.
Is it rude that I'm hoping for another split?
Yes, but
Just for the statistics of it.
oh no.
It's going to be off the head pin. No split that time.
Well, you never know.
It's going to be a flux capacitor instead.
Picks up the spread eagle.
Yep. This is interesting wood here, bracing that 1 pin in not a great way.
No. Just got to hit it.
Just smash it. Give it a ride.
All right, now he needs 2.
All right.
Just hit something, right?
Yep. He
You
doesn't
get a
see the
share.
score up here, so I don't know if,
Oh, I
if
think
he
he
knows
knows.
what he needs.
I
but
think he
I'm
knows
sure
that target.
does.
Just needs to hit something.
Give it a ride. That's a good pitch.
All
Oh,
right.
he gets it. Everything but the head pin. 2 perfect misses from AJ, and he collects it. And
Oh
that
my
will take
God.
That will take the string and total.
Absolutely.
AJ goes to work and cleans up 10 points to Mr. Gagner on a 14-pin lead, 482 to 468, clutching it out with a 103 finish in the last possible ball.
I'm going to sit here and see if I can power up this microphone.
Well, yeah, it'd be fun to get him on for an interview for a minute. Have him talk.
Do you want to go yap it up with him?
I'm happy to if you would like. Sure.
I got the power switch there. So
All right. So it's off right now?
It's off right now. You
All
can
right.
kick off your headset. I'll
Sounds
get rid of
good.
the Yeti. And we'll let you go talk to those boys. So again, closing up. Actually, I'll bring that back for a second so I can look. It's up to you. Go for it. It's always fun trying to get people not to be shy up there. So again, foul line and stick the mic right in their faces. We'll let Duncan do some interviews. We'll have some fun here today while we're going on through all this, and then I'll do the instant replays.
All right, thanks so much for joining us, Larry and AJ. Quite the match for you guys. Came down to the last ball for that for those last 2 points. Larry, is this your first time at Spare Time?
No, second time.
Second time. How'd you do your first time?
Great.
Yeah. So this was a rude awakening for you.
That's so good.
Yeah.
The guy bowled last is over there laughing right now. The Madison.
So I'm wondering what you think was different. What couldn't you get working today?
Wasn't it my shots?
Yeah.
Missing shots by a hair, just not completing the spares.
Sure. You had that really big run in the second string where you were struggling for a while. Put together a couple of 20s and a big 17. Must have been nice to find that.
Yeah, and then it went away quick. So
Well, that's the way it goes. Well, it's nice on your worst days to still be able to squeak out 4 points. So that's good bowling.
It out. He earned it too.
That's good bowling from you as well. Absolutely. Thanks,
Thanks,
Larry.
Dunk. Thanks, man. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. AJ, good showing at the end there. Way to make it interesting.
I know.
Yeah, came out blitzing red hot, and then started to struggle a little bit. Joined the struggle bus for a while. Really clutched it out with some shots at the end. What was going through your head at the end there?
I really want to hit the head pin, and it's just not working. I know, it's right there, and I still actually no. Hold on, I know what's going through my head. I was distracted. I was really in the pocket. Lost my I got a towel for this. It's called the excuse towel. That's why I got it.
It's fantastic. I'm ballparking right now because I don't know. I think it was 23 head pins, 18 splits, if I'm not mistaken. How do you work through that, man? That's insane stuff.
To be honest, I started dissociating at the end, trying not to think about it because I don't know if you heard on the mic, I wasn't too kind to myself with the words I was saying, but yeah, I just got to keep breathing, keep going, and just I don't know, get out of your own head.
That's good stuff, and an almost historic head pin split percentage. You still pulled out 10 points. Great job, AJ. Happy New Year to you. Nice job.
Larry, you're wonderful.
We might have the first mark. Getting ready to do my instant replay clips, and we'll get those rolling, hopefully cleanly, once he picks this guy up. And that's the way to do it. So, and now it's the only pin left standing. He's got a brace against it to help him. Really tough not to convert this one. And there it is. He sends that thing into orbit. So all he's got is the 3 and the 6. I would hit that wood high. I wouldn't give it a chance. And absolutely hits it.
Yeah, it's tough leave made it a little better, but you got to be really flush on this head pin right
Yeah,
here.
absolutely. Well, you want the head pin for the 9. That's exactly what we expected. His first spare of them, absolutely. On the
First
fill.
It's a good one.
Oh! Look at the ones over to the right, see if you can sweep it in.
No, it's on it. You just got to go right at it, I think, with the ball
You got
he's
to catch
throwing.
the cap. Yeah.
Beautiful
There we go.
ball. Another spare. If I stand on my tiptoes, I hit the ceiling at Sawyer's.
Ugh.
I'm 6'4" for reference for anyone, so if you're worried about it,
There it is.
that's
All right.
wow.
No matter how you slice it. Now it's just on you. And actually, the last mark he picked up had the orange head pin, so I don't think it scares him. It helps him. Oh, all right.
Gets it.
I thought it was going to.
Oh, nice spare. Very nice.
Oh, it's hanging. It's not a guide or anything. He's got to hit this one flush.
And right on the heart of it. I noticed that when I moved, I somehow wiped out a box. So I'm like,
Yeah. No, I remember that one. He went. He left the 4-5 and plucked 1. That's a ball.
Oh, there we go. Sticks off to the left side of the 1.
Hit the
You
1-9.
still want to hit it heavy.
Hit the 1-9.
Yep.
Give yourself a chance.
Looks good. Oh, catch it! I'll move forward or backwards 6 inches.
6 inches.
For my starting.
That's a fair bit.
Yeah. It's just to give my ball a little
Oh,
more.
that's a great ball from Heavy. You got to hit it
We
kind
got to
of in
hit
the
this
teeth here.
beyond heavy with the double back there.
Yeah, really smash it.
We got to throw lead.
That's
Oh!
lead right there. Wow. Fair shot Heavy on that pocket.
So lambda right.
6 fill for an 81 through 8. The kick is up, and it's good. Larry Wentworth, 2 in a row. Beautiful piece of wood. He just needs to catch it on the way to the 10,
Yep, it's a split with the target.
and it should be money.
That looks good. Oh! Oh!
Oh! He gets it anyways. Look at this.